Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Hey, this is EAJ Man from Autopsy Live and the Skype Pirates. When I want to make it look like I don't give a shit about sports, I tune into Sports World Radio with Jeff Escow.
Jeff
Doing about time. Doing about time. Got myself a problem.
from San Diego, it's Sports World Radio. You've never heard a sports show like this. Oh, no, you haven't.
Oh, blow me.
You got it.
Holy fucking shit.
What in the hell is your major malfunction?
Can't believe that goddamn son of a bitch did that fucking crap.
Don't give me any of your shit.
Right?
Yeah, that's right. Those are your hosts, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann. Remember, those who can't play sports, talk about it. These two tell it like it is. Tune into Sports World Radio for the fastest hour of sports of your life. So here they are, the douchebags of sports themselves, Jeff Escow and Sean Mann.
Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome to Sports World Radio. I am your host, Jeff Escow. We got a jam-packed show for you guys today. It's the Friday edition of Sports World Radio. We're going to have a lot of fun today, so I hope you guys are ready for that. It's going to be a blast today. Jam-packed show like it is each and every day here on Sports World Radio. What do you say we get all the particulars out of the way? And then we'll get this show off and running. I'm just going to let you know right off the bat, I've already told Sean, and I'm going to tell all of you out there. I got a bone to pick. I'm going to pick it good, and I'm going to pick it hard. Just to let you know. I want to get all the particulars out of the way, and then I'm going to pick that bone. I am the host, Jeff Escow. We do this Sports World Radio thing every Monday through Friday on SportsWorldRadio.com, 6 p.m. on the East, 3 p.m. on the West. And if you live in the Central?
If you live in the Central, figure that out for yourself, because you should. It just shouldn't be that hard.
No, it should not be that hard. Now, there's 3 ways. Oh, there's more than 3 ways. There's several ways to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. And I'm going to tell you how to get in touch with us with all of them. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. Facebook.com/SportsWorldRadio. You can like our Facebook page and then send us a message that way and ask us a sports question that way if you're listening to the show. You don't want to do that? Head on over to Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio and and follow us on Twitter at Twitter.com/SportsWorldRadio. And you can send us a message that way. You don't want to do that, you lazy son of a bitch? Then send us an email at swrshow@gmail.com. That's swrshow@gmail.com. You don't want to do that, you lazy son of a bitch? Then I got an idea. Jump on your Skype and Skype us at Sports World Radio Show. Skype us at Sports World Radio Show. We'll take your phone call. You can ask us a question that way. You don't want to do that? You don't want to come on the air and talk, you lazy son of a bitch? Then head over to Spreaker.com. Spreaker. Spreaker.com. Get yourself a free account. It'll take 2 minutes. When you get yourself a free account, type in Sports World Radio. Will show up at the bottom of the screen, or it will show up in the middle of your screen. Click the live button. Then it will appear at the bottom of your screen. Click the bubble all the way over to the right, and you'll be in the chat room, and you can ask us a question that way, you lazy son of a bitch. But do one of the 4 ways and ask us a question, you lazy rat bastards. Those are the ways to get in touch with us here at Sports World Radio. Hey, don't forget that we're looking for a new intro here at Sports World Radio. That's right. We want a new intro. 60 seconds long, no curse words. Jeff Escow and Sean Mann must be in there. Jeff Escow and Sean Mann, 60 seconds long, no curse words. Send your intro to introcontest@sportsworldradio.com. That's introcontest@sportsworldradio.com. And, of course, if you haven't yet signed up for our Sports World Radio sports shorts, then I don't know what the heck you are waiting for, but you better hurry up and do it, because you are missing out on all the commercial breaks during the show. When we go to commercial, we continue the show during the commercial breaks, and I record all those conversations, and I put it into a membership. You want to hear that? It's some funny stuff over there. Head on over to sportsworldradio.com/SWR shorts. That's sportsworldradio.com/SWR shorts. there is an example of our sports shorts on there, and then just click the red button and sign up today. SportsWorldRadio.com/SWR shorts. Sign up today and listen to all the conversations that we have during the commercial breaks. With all that being said, what do you say? Hey, we bring in that co-host of ours, Sean Man, the update man. What's going on there, you rat bastard?
I'm doing well, Jeff, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sports World Radio on this Friday, August 7th, 2015. It's 6:08 p.m. on the East Coast, which makes it 3:08 p.m. on the West. Weather right now is about a cool 82-degree day. It's kind of just nice and cool and relaxing. Shout out to Shabba. Shout out to Josh Lopez, the program director. And, yeah, I guess you could call him master of bets. Although, Josh, I've got 2 hours left and I can get rid of this mess. Hello there, Jeff. How are you? And how's the weather for you? And I see that, yes, you do have a bone to pick with somebody.
Yes, my air conditioner is on. It's freaking hot here in San Diego, so the AC is on. Shabba. Obviously, Shabba liked Wednesday's sport shorts. I'm going to put in Thursday. I'm going to put in the rest of the week this week for August as well. So all of July is in, and the first week of August will be in there. It was great. We've been having a lot of fun on the sports shorts. It's been a lot of blasts, a lot of different people on the lines, which is making it a lot of fun. So again, there's a testament right there. Shaba, one of our members in our sports shorts, says Wednesdays was funny. Hey guys, can't wait for football. Can't wait for it too. It's coming up pretty soon. Don't forget to sign up for our sports shorts at sportsworldradio.com/SWR shorts.
And I guess everybody has their mind set on the NFL, and everybody's ready for that because everybody seems to be talking about it nowadays. And as a matter of fact, don't forget, everybody, to sign up for the Yahoo Fantasy Pro Football Pick'em because September 5th is the first show, according to what you're saying there, Jeff.
Yes. Don't forget to sign up for our NFL Pro Football Pick'em League. If you want to play in our Football Pick'em League, where we pick every game every week during our NFL Real Talk show, join us. Send an email to swrshow@gmail.com. That's swrshow@gmail.com. In the subject line, just put Football Pick'em, and I'll send you the invitation to join.
It is 10 minutes after the hour on this Friday. Jeff, do you have something to pick with? Didn't you say you had a bone to pick with ESPN?
Yeah, I got a major bone to pick with ESPN. A major freaking bone. A major freaking bone. Okay, you guys know here at Sports World Radio, and all our listeners know that I'm a night owl. I stay up late. So usually Monday through Friday, I get a chance to listen to Mike and Mike. They're on ESPN2. I get to watch them. It starts at 3 o'clock in the morning my time, and I watch them almost every freaking day. And I go to bed. I go to sleep watching them. It makes it really easy for me to fall asleep listening to sports. So at 3 o'clock this morning, it is Friday, 3 o'clock this morning, I proceed to go over to ESPN2. Getting ready to listen to Mike and Mike and get my sports fix for the morning, getting ready to go to bed. And lo and behold, what do I see on my screen but 2 other jackasses? Now, I'm going to tell you something, ESPN. What you did this morning was 100% wrong. The show that you had on in its place for Mike and Mike sucked. And not only did it suck, I let you know it sucked by twittering it like a son of a bitch. Okay? I tweeted at Mike and Mike this morning. I wake up, I stay up late to watch Mike and Mike so I can get my sports fix. And what do I get? The Dan Le Batard show? These guys suck! And that's exactly what I typed. These guys suck.
Oh, Josh goes, oh no, LMFAO.
I'm gonna tell you something, Dan Le Batard, you fat bastard! You fat bastard, you! How in the wild world of sports do you have a show? I have to get away from the microphone because I'm getting louder. How do you have a goddamn show on ESPN? You suck. You want to know, I never thought I would ever say this. I would rather listen to Ryan's Dick's Blazing than listen to Dan Le Batard ever again. Ryan's Dick is Blazing could do a better job than Dan Le Batard, and I can't stand either one of them. There's no way in hell that Dan Le Batard, that fat bastard, should have his own radio show. And his partner, Stu Gatz, says that he's the fans' man. I sit on the couch. I do. You're an idiot.
Josh adds, that's why this is the best show
You
in the world, LMFAO.
An idiot. What a name. Stu Gatz? Stu Gatz nothing. That's what you got. Stu got nothing.
Jeff, as a matter of fact, since you had a bone to pick, I did add Dan Le Batard and Stu Gatz of ESPN as Rat Bastard candidates.
I could not believe my ears this morning.
Stu Gatz, is that what his name is?
Stu Gatz.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Stu. Stugotz. Stu Gatz. You know what, Stu Gatz? You got nothing. That's what you got. Okay?
So
your voice, first of all, dude, you are on the radio. How do you talk like this on the fucking radio? How do you talk like this? I don't get it. How do you talk like this? I can't listen to that all for 4 hours a day. What are you, crazy? Oh, my God. How do you talk like that? You do a radio show. Your voice sucks.
Josh goes, that's a random name.
It's ridiculous, man.
So Jeff, 12 hours ago, everybody was kind of asleep. I was out like a light. Josh was probably asleep or had something he had to do. And Jeff's on ESPN, and he looks at these two new faces.
No,
it's not.
Gatz. Yeah, well, Dan Le Batard, those two guys do the Le Batard show in the afternoon. Okay, they were filling in for Mike and Mike. Okay, they were filling in. They were doing the Mike and Mike show, but they were filling in for Mike and Mike. I wasn't the only one. They were reading Twitters. They were reading emails. Every single Mike and Mike fan was ripping them left and right. They are terrible. How in the world do they have a show on ESPN and we don't? This show right here is so much better, so far superior than that damn stupid-ass Dan Le Batard and Stu Gatz.
I'm sure Skippy would very much disagree with you and think it's the best thing
I don't
for
care.
sports.
You know what? He's a moron, too. I was completely pissed off this morning. I'm sitting here listening to these guys and just fuming. It's like, how the hell am I supposed to go to sleep listening to this crap? It was disgusting.
17 minutes after the hour.
The worst radio show I've ever heard in my life.
Shabbat goes, I want to what? Dan's mother whore to exercise class?
They are terrible. And another thing, Dan Le Batard, you're on TV, you freaking fat bastard, okay? You got a freaking hat on, and you got these earphones on. Your head looked like a freaking pumpkin, for Christ's sakes. Dude, you're on TV, and you look like Pumpkinhead. You look like freaking Pumpkinhead. I'm serious, man. Lose some weight or get off TV, you fat bastard. It's ridiculous, man. You guys are the worst show on ESPN. In fact, Your show is worse than First Take. You're the worst show on ESPN, by far none. And I hope by what you did this morning, you never, ever, and I mean it, never, ever get to host the Mike and Mike show again. Ever again, because you guys absolutely suck.
That's what Jeff would do if he was the manager or president of ESPN. First, Bayless is gone, and then he'd cut those guys and say, out of here.
Unbelievable. The Dan Le Batard show sucks. Terrible. Disgusting. I don't know how you guys have a radio show. It is terrible. In the words of Charles Barkley, it is terrible. Terrible.
Shabba goes, I work at a party supply store once that sold Le Batards.
Yeah. It's just ridiculous. You guys are... ESPN needs to fire you immediately because what you guys did to the Mike and Mike show, you brought the Mike and Mike show down to curb level by being on it and doing what you did to it. Mike and Mike show was way up here, way up in the clouds. You brought them all the way down to curb level. You screwed that show, and I hope ESPN executives saw that, and they will never, ever allow Dan Le Batard and Stu Gotts to fill in for those schmucks again.
Josh says, I retweeted that, Jeff.
I hope you did. I hope you did. Because that was nasty, man. I was disgusted by it. It was terrible. Just freaking terrible, man.
Terrible.
It was. It was really bad. It's probably the worst sports show I've heard in years. In years.
Well, I got them as a list, though, Jeff, for the Rat Bastard of the Week, as we get to our first August Rat Bastard of the Week in the next hour. Jeff, since the bone is already picked, do you want me to get to the first story of the day? Actually, second story of the day.
Yeah, why don't you?
All right, the next story we get to after Jeff had every right to have a bone to pick with how disgraceful ESPN is, because on Sports World Radio, we tell it like it is. But we go to the NFL. The fall from grace has been as swift as it has been stunning. The San Francisco 49ers, who have dealt with so much going back to last year, are dealing with another big thing. Aldon Smith released latest chapter in the 49ers' fall from grace. The 49ers, once among the pillars of NFL franchises when it came to decorum and civic pride and winning with class, have become instead a cautionary tale at best, the butt end of a joke at worst. What's your take on Aldon Smith being let go after he got busted?
It's about time.
The 49ers, who a year ago were a popular pick to break through after 3 straight trips to the NFC title game and claim the franchise's 6th Super Bowl title, are instead a team in chaos, one undergoing a massive rebuild that just got harder with its release of talented but troubled outside linebacker Aldon Smith in the wake of his 5th arrest since 2012. This one was for suspected DUI, vandalism, and hit and run.
It's about time.
Yeah, well, the 49ers have been an organization in disgrace. I know, Jeff, we're not trying to focus on the past, but I got to point out that you kind of got to go back to last year. You had a 49ers team that didn't want to play for Jim Harbaugh. There was dysfunction with that team, and now they're dealing with another situation just as they are in training camp right now with Aldon Smith being let go. They released him because of what he did after he got himself in hot water with the law enforcement.
Okay, I went over to my Twitter, and I found what I tweeted this morning. 12 hours ago. At Mike and Mike. I tune in to see Mike and Mike, and I get this crap, the Le Batard show. These guys are terrible. Get them off the air. They suck. The exact words. Terrible.
Shabba, kind of going back real quickly as we switch from the Le Batard back to Aldon Smith, I agree with you. The 49ers will be the team that goes 3-13, not the Chicago Bears. The point is, Shabba, is that, there's dysfunction and there's just not a lot of happiness going on with the San Francisco 49ers. And I really think they haven't been the same since they lost that Super Bowl because things have just gone downhill. And you got to remember, last year Josh got the upset specials of the week. There's not a lot of expectation If Colin Kaepernick can lead the 49ers and stay healthy, they may have a chance, but right now their chances aren't very good heading into next month for the NFL season. Start of it.
I don't think so. I think, what did Josh say? They were going to be 5-11?
Josh did say that they were going to be 5-11.
He's got a lot of teams sitting at 5-11, doesn't he?
That's right. Minnesota Vikings are going to be 5-11. What he said too.
He's got a lot of teams sitting at 5-11. A lot of teams sitting at 5-11, Josh. In fact, yesterday we did the Minnesota Vikings schedule, didn't we? And
yes, we did.
He had them sitting at 5-11 by the time we were done, didn't he?
Yep.
I know it didn't make my friend Kevin happy, but screw him too.
I debated with Kevin, and I was giving him busting his chops in the chat room. With Smith, though, Jeff, what's your thoughts? You said it's about time, and where do you think the 49ers go from here for a new linebacker?
I don't know. To tell you the truth, I don't know. But Alden Smith is pretty much done. For at least a little.
Just hurt.
For at least a little bit.
Yeah, and as we all know, with the NFL, we realize it's not as fun as it was back in the 90s because now you've got NFL players that are getting busted and screwing up and hurting their legacies.
I just got a message from our good friend Kevin Dietz. He goes, "I'm trying to get out of here so I can get on and listen to the show." He's been at the doctor's all morning with his neck.
The Minnesota Vikings running back Adrian Peterson, as we get to the next story at 24 minutes after the hour, says, quote, "Life is way bigger than football." At Mankato, Minnesota, Adrian Peterson will travel to Canton, Ohio this weekend as the Vikings play in the Pro Football Hall of Fame game on Sunday night. The next time he's back there, it could be for his own Hall of Fame induction. What is said about Peterson at that point will be shaped by the second half of his career, which resumes on Monday Night Football, September 14th. I believe that's against the 49ers, a year to the day after Peterson missed his first game following his indictment on child injury charges. And I know, Kevin, you're probably listening. The way I look at AP is that if he comes back and he's back in shape and he focuses on football and he puts the past behind him, he could do well. But I think what you, Jeff, and what Josh had pointed out is that he could be very, very rusty running the football. Maybe not back in shape. We'll see.
We'll see, won't we?
After an NFL suspension and doubts about his future in Minnesota, the 30-year-old running back says his relationship with the Vikings is strong enough that he could envision himself playing the rest of his career in Minnesota.
Oh, all of a sudden now you could see yourself playing the rest of your career in Minnesota, where a couple of months ago you wanted out of there. You're such a money-hungry son of a bitch, man. I'm telling you, if they didn't do what you wanted them to do, you wouldn't be saying what you want to be saying right now. All of a sudden you want to stay in Minnesota. You're wishy-washy.
I wouldn't be surprised maybe if someday it comes up that AP, who's 30 years old, could find himself maybe being running back for the Dallas Cowboys. I won't rule that out.
He's not going to be a running back for the Dallas Cowboys. He's going to end the season in Minnesota, and I can guarantee. You know what? I said it at the beginning before the season starts. I'm going to continue to say he's going to get hurt sometime during the year. He going to get hurt sometime during the year because his body ain't used to getting hit. And you know what? And I don't care that he's getting hit in practice. It's not the same thing. It's not game speed. He's not taking really full, hard. I'm telling you something. When somebody takes that freaking shoulder and drives it right into his chest and drives him into the ground, he ain't going to be getting up too quickly. I'm just letting you know. And if somebody hits him in the knees, pop, there goes the weasel.
Adrian Peterson's current contract expiration is in 2017. But the events of the past year also instilled Peterson with a wider perspective on his career, his fame, and what role it should play in his life. Josh goes more money hungry than Des Bryant and CM Punk. Good one. Peterson came out and said this, Jeff. He said, quote, "I've always enjoyed the game for what it is. But I would say just now, going into it, it's even more of a game to me," Peterson said. Quote, "I just realized it for what it is. Because life is way bigger than football, the NFL, the Hall of Fame, things like that. Life is way bigger than that. That's why I think I'll be able to come out here and just enjoy it more."
You think?
It depends. It's going to be debatable what happens with Adrian Peterson. And now he comes out and says, I want to spend the rest of my life playing for the Minnesota Vikings, retire as a Viking, and try to even win a Super Bowl. But that comes into question on how well Teddy Bridgewater is going to be for the Minnesota Vikings this upcoming season. I don't know. It's hard to say.
It's hard to say, huh?
The New York Jets, they made news today. They lose two players. Safety Antonio Allen tore his Achilles on Thursday and is out for the season. Meanwhile, cornerback B. Milliner also got hurt Thursday and could miss up to 2 months after having surgery on an injured wrist tendon. 28 minutes after the hour. The way I look at the New York Jets is this. I think that with the Jets, okay, the defense is improved. They're still going to be very tough this year on defense, but like Josh and I, and even you and I have always pointed out, Jeff, is figuring out who is the best quarterback to lead them, because they've been going through one quarterback after another for a long, long time.
Correct. No, I'm with you, man.
Dr. Myth, good to see you. Yeah, hard to say. Geno Smith is expected to be the starting quarterback on September 13th when the Jets open up their season against the Cleveland Browns.
Against the Cleveland Browns. Interesting.
Knowing that full well that the Cleveland Browns probably will not have Johnny Manziel as their starting quarterback.
Right.
Go with the guy who's got experience. I wouldn't want to go with Johnny Manziel because he's not even close, and he's going to be a bust, just like Jeff pointed out, and then he'll be working for some kind of program on ESPN for Johnny Football.
Right.
30 minutes after the hour, we have to run to our first commercial break of the day.
Wow, our first commercial break of the day already. You're listening to Jeff Escow Show, man, on
Sports World Radio.
We'll be right back.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design,
Which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Now, Val. Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow Show, man, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. 6 o'clock on the East, 3 o'clock on the West, and if you just happen to live in the mountains.
If you live in the mountains, who really cares?
Welcome, Inky. Inky is in the house. I guess she's in Brooklyn. Yeah, I got to Brooklyn yesterday. Inky in the house. She's getting ready for SummerSlam. She's already in Brooklyn and New York. Hey, hello, Val. Okay, go ahead, Sean.
33 minutes after the hour on this Friday, August 7th, 2015. The next NFL story we get to, Rex Ryan has come out and said, quote, Michael Vick is not a, quote, bad weather quarterback. Buffalo Bills coach Rex Ryan considered signing free agent quarterback Michael Vick this offseason, but decided against it, Ryan told NBC Sports Radio on Friday.
Really? He almost signed with freaking Buffalo?
Yeah, maybe because there was a good friendship when Rex Ryan was head coach of the New York Jets.
Well, you know something. Also, not only that, but correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
Vic did play with the Jets, right, while Ryan was there, right?
Yes, Michael Vick came to the Jets and signed there. I think
but
for a year.
They have Matt Castle over there at Buffalo.
Mm-hmm.
Matt Castle. They have Matt Castle. And then they have their other quarterback. I don't remember his name off the top of my head, and I apologize for that.
I talked with Josh about this, too, on our Skype conference call for a little bit, and we talked about it. And he says, geez, Rex Ryan, how many quarterbacks do you need? I'm wondering if Buffalo Bills are trying to take a page from the Philadelphia Eagles, because I'm sure Rex Ryan right now is trying to debate who he wants to be the starting quarterback on September 13th.
Hey, Dr. Myth, we will be doing our Wrestling SummerSlam pre-show on August 21st in 2 weeks in the second hour of the show. Josh and I will be previewing that for you, just to let you know.
Rex Ryan came out and said this in this interview. He goes, quote, I had a conversation with Michael Vick, Rex Ryan said. Well, Mike's an outstanding athlete. He's a tremendous person. I really enjoyed my year with Michael Vick last season with the Jets, and he's great for a team. However, our conditions are a little different than most teams in this league. And Mike will tell you, he's not built really to be a bad weather quarterback. He doesn't have great big hands, and the weather affects him some. And he did the first one to tell you.
How old is he? How old is Michael Vick now?
Michael Vick is 35 years of age.
He's over. He ain't going to be playing quarterback.
Nope.
No, he's done.
Instead, the Buffalo Bills made the move. They traded, of course, Jeff, as you pointed out, for Matt Castle, and they signed former Baltimore Ravens backup Tyrod Taylor this offseason.
Yeah, so they got Matt Castle, Tyrod Taylor as the backup, and they have, Josh, do me a favor. What's the other quarterback that he played last year for them and started a lot of games? I'm sorry, I don't remember his name.
Matt Castle and Taylor, as Josh finds that out for us, are competing for the starting quarterback job in training camp. And the question is, who would be the best fit for the Buffalo Bills?
I think it's got to be... Damn, I wish I knew that guy's name off the top of my head. I have it right on the tip of my tongue, and I can't freaking say it. Matt Castle is a starting quarterback in the NFL. Thank you, E.J. Manuel. Thank you, Josh. I had the E.J. part.
I remember you said something. Yeah, go ahead.
E.J. Manuel was the starting quarterback for Buffalo last year, correct?
Correct.
So you have the starting quarterback there this year, and then you got Matt Castle, who, for all intents and purposes, is a starting quarterback in the NFL, correct?
Correct. I'm Buffalo Bills. I would do something like this. I'd go with Matt Castle as your starting quarterback. The guy's got experience. He did
bigger.
Well with New England Patriots, and he did pretty well with the Chiefs.
He's bigger. He's got playoff experience, and he's taller and he's bigger. E.J. Manuel's a small guy. Castle's bigger.
Especially since Rex Ryan has come out there, and on his press conference when he got introduced as the Bills head coach, Rex Ryan came out and stated and said that he guaranteed that this would be the year the Buffalo Bills would end a playoff drought and return to the NFL playoffs. And remember, there was that USA Today sports article had the Buffalo Bills, I believe, as a wild card team this year.
Yes, he did.
That's right.
But he still doesn't know who the quarterback is. How can you put a team in the playoffs if you don't know who their quarterback is?
Right.
Whistle me that one, Dixie boy.
And that's what Rex Ryan is pondering and thinking about, who he wants to have as the starting quarterback of the team.
How do you put the Buffalo Bills in the playoffs if the head coach doesn't even know who their quarterback is yet? Whistle me that one, Dixie boy, dumbass. I don't get that. How do you put a team in the playoffs? What's that guy's name? Mark Davis?
Mark Davis.
How do you put a freaking team in the playoffs if you don't know if the head coach still doesn't know who the freaking quarterback is? Come on. Even though E.J. Manuel pretty much guided them last year, had an okay season in Buffalo, I still think I've seen Matt Castle play in person week after week after week. I still think Matt Castle's a better quarterback than E.J. Manuel. And personally, Matt Castle has more NFL experience, more playoff experience than E.J. Manuel. So who do you go with? I understand Matt Castle's got no freaking legs. He's a drop-back quarterback, and that's it. E.J. can run. I get that. So it's 6-1, half a dozen of the other. You put E.J. in, he runs, boom, there goes his knee. Now you're stuck with Matt Castle.
I think the key thing, what needs to end up happening now with the Buffalo Bills is that, they're just like the Jets, because the way I get at it is that the Bills have been going with one quarterback after another. They haven't been really, really big since the Jim Kelly days, and Jim Kelly was a great quarterback for the Buffalo Bills. Turned him around, got him to some Super Bowl appearances, and, of course, the rest is history. We all know how that ended, but he was the guy who did it. And then Doug Flutie played a little while, too, with the Buffalo Bills. So since the Kelly-Flutie days, things have just really gone downhill for the Buffalo Bills.
Yes. Actually, things have gone downhill since
the Music City Miracle game when they lost to the Tennessee Titans.
Since whatchamacallit was there, and there
was Wade Phillips.
Well, no. Listen, Buffalo's done nothing since Kelly's left. Nothing.
And when Marv Levy used to be the head coach of the team.
Yes, they've done nothing since those days. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. It's about time they start doing something. And you're going to have Matt Castle or E.J. Manuel lead that team? That's a joke.
It is.
You want to get in the playoffs and you want to win a Super Bowl? You ain't winning in it with Matt Castle or E.J. Manuel. I'm just letting you know.
It's amazing how the last couple of years with the Buffalo Bills, how everybody predicts and expects that they are going to be really, really good, that they're going to be this dominant team. They get off to these good starts, maybe at 4-1 or 5-2, and then they just fold and give up, and then they're, boom, done, out of it.
It's pretty crazy, huh?
It is. 40 minutes after the hour, Johnny Manziel, Johnny Football, he went 2 for 3 in practice today. In the first possession for Johnny Manziel in tonight's Browns scrimmage, he went 2 for 3 for 12 yards while being sacked once. A nice deep throw fell incomplete on the first play when the receiver slowed up. So he was 2 for 3 in the practice today for Johnny Manziel.
Really?
Yep.
That's not right. 2 for 3?
2 for 3 in his scrimmage tonight at Browns practice.
How many fumbles?
It didn't say anything about any fumbles.
It didn't say anything about any fumbles, huh?
Nope.
I had to fix my microphone. Sorry.
Oh, that's cool. But no, it didn't say anything about any footballs for Johnny Manziel, who's trying to work really hard so he can be a quality quarterback and be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns.
Ain't going to happen. Ain't going to happen in my lifetime. Because when his contract expires in a couple of years, he ain't going to be with the Cleveland Browns no more. In fact, he's not even going to be in the NFL.
Oh, gosh.
And that's how I feel about it, and I'm continuing to feel about that and say the same thing. I'm sticking to my guns.
As we move to Major League Baseball, we go to the National League. Tonight is a key series in the National League. You've got the Dodgers, who have been playing really good baseball of late. They will take on the Pittsburgh Pirates. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, that game is on ESPN tonight. Clayton Kershaw will start for the L.A. Dodgers, and he's having another good year for L.A.
Come on, L.A. I want to see L.A. sweep Pittsburgh. You know that. That's what I'm looking for.
I've been saying it to Josh, and I said it to you yesterday. The pressure is clearly on the Pittsburgh Pirates. I looked at that schedule. It is a really tough schedule for the next couple weeks for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They're going to need to hopefully try to go 2-3 for the next few weeks.
Hey, Sean, I know it's early, but I want to run to the update really quick, all right?
All righty.
All right, let's run to this update. This update is brought to you by The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and never touch your toilet seat ever again. It's the Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Sean Mann, with the first update of the day.
All right, Jeff, thank you very much. It is August 7th, 2015, Friday. We are 43 minutes past the hour. Let's get everybody caught up on what's going on in the wide world of sports for Sports World Radio. MLB, here we go. One game in progress right now. It's the top half of the eighth inning. The Cubs, in a big series against the Giants, lead 6-2 over San Francisco. Tonight on ESPN Friday Night Baseball, it'll be the Los Angeles Dodgers taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates. 7 p.m. Eastern Time, 4 p.m. Pacific. It's a big game because the Dodgers are leading the National League West, and the Pirates, of course, are leading the number one National League wild card. A huge series in the Bronx this week. Surprisingly, the Toronto Blue Jays are at the New York Yankees. And the reason why I say surprisingly is because the Blue Jays have been a team that everybody would think would just fold and collapse. But Toronto is the hottest team right now in the American League, along with the New York Mets. Other action tonight. You got the Rockies taking on the Nationals, Red Sox at the Tigers, Twins, who have really been slumping of late. They will take on the Cleveland Indians. The New York Mets, who have won a total of 7 straight games, leading the National League East, they're taking on the Tampa Bay Rays down in St. Petersburg, Florida tonight. The Miami Marlins at the Atlanta Braves, the Chicago White Sox at the Kansas City Royals, St. Louis Cardinals at the Milwaukee Brewers, Cincinnati Reds at Arizona Diamondbacks, Baltimore Orioles at the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim, Houston Astros at the Oakland Athletics, Texas Rangers at the Seattle Mariners, and lastly, it'll be the Philadelphia Phillies taking on the San Diego Padres. In the NFL, congratulations to the class of 2015. It is the Hall of Fame weekend in Canton, Ohio. Congrats to all the players who have served in the NFL, played, won Super Bowls, held big sack records or passing records, and made a big contribution to the NFL, as they will be enshrined tomorrow. And the NFL Hall of Fame game is Sunday night between the Minnesota Vikings and the Pittsburgh Steelers. As I have to say, the NFL is back. The game is on NBC, and I believe it's 8 p.m. Eastern Time, 5 p.m. Pacific. In the NBA, it has been reported that the NBA schedule is soon coming out. We already know that the Cavaliers will be playing the Golden State Warriors on Christmas, where there'll be about 4 or 5 Christmas games. I'm Sean Mann for Sports World Radio. That's your first of 2 updates. This update was brought to you by the Flipper. Go to flipperflipper.com and never, ever have to touch your toilet seat ever again. When we come back from this commercial break and update, we will have Josh Lopez coming in at the top of the hour, and, of course, Frank Sprankle, and, of course, plenty of sports talk with Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann. Be right back.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at MPP.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escott, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, Sean, where are we going next, buddy?
We go back to Major League Baseball. You were mentioning, as I mentioned in my update, that the Cubs are beating the Giants. And, Frank, I know you're very proud about that. We got a lot of big action coming up for Major League Baseball. Not only do we have the Dodgers taking on the Pirates in a key weekend series, but over in the American League and the Bronx tonight, you've got the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Yankees. And the Toronto Blue Jays, according to what everybody has been saying, is the hottest team in the American League and also in all of baseball, along with the Mets.
Correct. Mets are playing some freaking ball, aren't they?
The Mets have won a total of 7 straight games. They're playing the Rays tonight. The way I look at it, though, real quickly, before we get to the Mets and the Rays, the Blue Jays, I think, have an advantage going into the series against the Yankees. I watched that Red Sox-Yankees series very closely. The Yankees, of course, pounded them in the first game. Red Sox were able to play spoiler in the second game. And the Red Sox almost played spoiler in the third game. I think the pressure is clearly on the Yankees because Toronto is a hot team rolling in there. And I think the Blue Jays' mindset is, look, we can still win the American League East. If the Yankees think that they can overtake everybody, they better not count their chickens before they're hatched because it's still a long season and anything can happen. And that's why I'm saying I don't think the Yankees have a chance to finish up the AL East. Toronto's good.
The Yankees? You don't think the Yankees have a chance?
I don't think they do. I think the Blue Jays look very, very good right now. They've got power in their lineup. They've got pitching. They've got speed. John Gibbons is determined to get this team to the playoffs and end 22 years.
They're still 4.5 games out.
Yeah, but something tells me watch out for the Blue Jays, Yankees. It could come up and creep up on you toward the end.
Do you know the Toronto Blue Jays are only a half a game behind freaking the Angels for the first spot in the play in the wild card? Toronto's sitting in the second spot right now, and they're only a half a game behind LA for the first spot. And Baltimore is a game and a half behind Toronto.
There was something too, Jeff, that pointed out and said that teams are beginning to fear the Blue Jays and say that this is a team that nobody should be facing in the American League.
I agree.
On the other side, you got that interleague play game tonight, and I know, Josh, how you feel about interleague play.
I hate that. I can't stand interleague play. It ruins the World Series. Totally 100% ruins the World Series.
I know, too many rematches of past fall classics between with teams. The way I look at it with the Mets, like Frank pointed out yesterday, the Mets are playing some really, really good baseball right now, and they have won 7 straight games. Remember, they got off to that fast start, and then they went into a bit of a slump, but now they're really pushing it. They got Yoenis Cespedes, and Cespedes adds power to any team he goes to. He's a good guy, and he knows how to hit. I know if you're the Oakland A's, you're probably thinking, we shouldn't have let that guy go for John Lester.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
51 minutes after the hour. Frank goes, I'm starting to not like interleague play myself. Josh says it's getting on my last nerves every freaking day.
How many freaking... I'm looking at this article right here. Okay, it says USA Basketball's embarrassment of riches on display at 34 players Vegas minicamp. You know, you got 34 players trying out for the USA basketball team this year. 34. 34 NBA players trying out. And they got to whittle it down to 12?
That's right.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Yeah, I was just going to get to that for the NBA about LeBron James is expected to appear in Las Vegas next week for a minicamp.
I'm looking at this whole list right here in front of me. USA national team roster is going. They're going to have tryouts or training camp, I should say, August 11th through the 13th. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Harrison Barnes, Jimmy Butler, Michael Carter-Williams, Mike Connolly, Draymond Green, Tobias Harris, DeAndre Jordan, and Victor Oladipo have been invited to come and participate in training camp. Meanwhile, you have LaMarcus Aldridge, Carmelo Anthony, Bradley Beal, DeMarcus Cousins, Stephen Curry, Anthony Davis, DeMar DeRozan, Andre Drummond, Kevin Durant, Kenneth Fred, Rudy Gay, Paul George, Blake Griffin, James Harden, Gordon Hayward, Dwight Howard, Kyrie Irving, LeBron James, Kawhi Leonard, Kevin Love, Chandler Parsons, Chris Paul, Mason Plumlee, Klay Thompson, John Wall, and Russell Westbrook also all going to training camp. They got to whittle down to 12 out of all of those names I just read? Are you kidding me?
And that's a big list that you just read off. I was reading that, too, as you were saying that to the entire public, Jeff.
That's a huge freaking list. You got to come up with 12 names out of all those names I just read to you. You got to come up with 12 of them?
Yep.
Are you kidding me? There's going to be some players not on this team.
I'll predict right now. I'll predict that LeBron James is going to be on that list for the 12. Out of the 12, Carmelo Anthony will be there. I'm going to put Stephen Curry there. Anthony Davis is one. Just like the top big stars, the top players in the NBA that are going to be there.
Do you know there's one name not on that list? What's the one name out of all those names I read off? What's the one name not on that list?
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
Kobe Bryant.
Oh, yes. I forgot about that.
He is not on the list at all. I am looking at the list, and he is not there.
It also points out that Anthony, Durant, Irving, Love, and Parsons are among those recovering from long-term injuries and already excused from any on-court work at the minicamp.
Correct. And you can almost guarantee that Kevin Love probably won't make the team because of his injury. Don't want to screw up his career. A couple of these players that were injured might not play because they don't want to mess up their team. You know what I'm saying? So, come on. That's a lot of freaking names. And you want to know something? It ain't going to matter who makes the team because they're just going to kick the crap out of everybody anyway.
Yeah, and if you don't make the team, I know how you are about ifs, Jeff, but if you don't make the team, not the end of the world.
It's no
Just
big
focus
deal
on the NBA season.
Right, I'd be kind of happy if I didn't make the team.
I think it's worth the risk because you don't want to see yourself get injured, and then boom, there's a year of your career pretty much gone.
Look at Shaba, Bugs Bunny, forward, Cleveland. I'm surprised Bugs Bunny's not on this freaking team.
Hey,
you know who's
are you thinking about Space Jam 2? Is that what you're talking about with all these cartoon characters?
Screw Space Jam 2. I didn't see one, I ain't seeing two. Okay? Paul George, he shouldn't even be going out for this team. I think he needs to sit out and get ready for the NBA season, considering what happened to him last year. Blake Griffin, I don't know if he's going to, there's going to be a lot of big names that aren't going to be playing on this team. And I'm okay with that. Because it doesn't really matter what NBA stars play on this team. It doesn't matter if they... It really doesn't matter if they fill a squad of all 6'8" and under team. Because they would win anyway. It doesn't matter if they have a squad of old guards. They would win anyway. Okay? It doesn't matter. They're going to kick the crap out of any team they play anyway.
Josh, I had mentioned that to you, too, a couple weeks ago or last week or this week that Derrick Rose would not be expected to come because of his injury. I think it's fine if you don't make the USA men's basketball team. That way, like I pointed out, you don't have to deal with an injury. And then Derrick Rose's concern is to get ready for the upcoming season because a lot of NBA players know
he's not on the list. Derrick Rose is not on the list.
Yeah, because a lot of I was expecting that with him and Kobe because a lot of NBA players know that if they make the list, if they make the 12-man roster, that's great. You don't, you focus on the NBA season, and then you get ready for training camp, which comes up around middle or late September.
Well,
that's when a lot of the NBA players report.
Well, what's more important? What's more important, your NBA team or the Olympics? Who pays your salary, the NBA team or your Olympics?
NBA. That's why you focus on your NBA team.
What's more important? Exactly. More important is the NBA team, not the Olympics. That's why I don't think Paul George should even consider it. You know, and Parsons and Love and Irving and Durant and Anthony might not even show up because of their injuries.
Right.
Because of the, you know, and if I'm the manager, general manager, or the owner of the teams that Love and Melo and Irving and Durant and Parsons play on, I turn around to those guys and say, listen, we're the ones who pay your salary. We don't want you playing in the Olympics this year and getting hurt and messing up your season. So could you not go and play? I would do it. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. Right?
Right.
So, I mean, and you have to look at it that way. The NBA, I'm just going to use Carmelo Anthony as an example. The New York Knicks pay his salary.
Right.
Not the Olympics, not John Colangelo, not Coach K. The New York Knicks pay his salary. So, therefore, if he had that knee surgery, he shouldn't play in the Olympics. He should worry about playing for the New York Knicks. And if I'm Phil Jackson, or even if I'm James Dolan, I go over to Carmelo and say, listen, Carmelo, we're worried about you for the upcoming season, NBA season. We prefer if you didn't play in the Olympics so you can get ready for the Knicks in the NBA season. After all, we are the ones that pay you.
Shabba brings up an interesting point. The whole importance of basketball in the Olympics is a relic of the old USA versus Soviet Union thing. That's where it became important to field a decent team.
I agree with you 100%, Shabba. Exactly right. You know what? The college ball players today are so good that they could probably do very well in the Olympics with Coach K as their coach. I think they should go back to fielding college people, college guys, and get rid of the pros. I think we should go back to the way it used to be, when it was amateurs playing and not professionals.
Before we go to the commercial break, I'm sure, Jeff, if you were commissioner of the NBA, that's exactly what you'd do.
I would like it.
College instead of the pro.
I would ask. I would go to the Olympic Committee and say, could we please put the rule back where it has to be amateurs playing instead of these pros? Because this is getting ridiculous. I could almost guarantee you the college basketball players today in the USA could probably beat all the other countries and win a gold medal. Because that's what they are anyway. That's what they are anyway. On that note, we're going to run to our top of the hour break. You're listening to Jeff Eskow and Sean Mann on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion?
Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone?
It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too.
Don't wait until it's too late. Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow Show, man. Sitting in with you for the next hour here. You know what? We're in our second hour of Sports World Radio, and always joining us on every single show to do one segment is our producer and program director, Josh Lopez. What's up, you humpity hump hump?
What's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Hope you guys enjoyed this week's Sports World Radio, you rat bastards.
Okay, and, of course, a special edition of Frankie Friday with our good friend Frank Sprankle. What's up, buddy?
Hey, it is Frankie Friday. Actually, wait a minute. It's a special, what do we call it? A Tuesday or Thursday special? How do we call it?
It's Freaky Frankie Friday special.
Yeah, because of popular demand. Wait, Frankie Friday special, dude. That sounds like a beer at happy hour.
It is, man.
We're getting back in the groove for NFL Real Talk, which is coming back soon.
Oh,
so 2 Frank shows a week.
Oh, boy.
And this weekend is the Hall of Fame weekend, of course, in Canton, Ohio.
I am boycotting it.
Wait, you can watch it. How can you boycott it?
Because MLB Hall of Fame up in Cooperstown only broadcasted on the MLB network. They didn't have it on another channel.
Right, so I'm boycotting the NFL.
Oh, wait a minute. You're boycotting the Baseball Hall of Fame.
No, I'm boycotting the NFL Hall of Fame until the Baseball Hall of Fame is on TV.
Dude, that makes no sense. That makes no sense. Isn't the NFL doing it right by putting it on ESPN?
Correct, they are. That's why I'm pissed off at the Baseball Hall of Fame. I didn't get to watch the Baseball Hall of Fame, so I'm not watching the Football Hall of Fame.
So you're faulting television because you didn't get to watch the Baseball Hall of Fame? You're faulting the Pro Football Hall of Fame because you couldn't watch the Baseball Hall of Fame?
Correct.
That's all. Dude, I got to admit, that's weird stuff.
That's the league's fault. That's not Jeff's fault.
That's right. That's the league's fault. It's not my fault.
So wait, we're faulting the NFL because you couldn't watch the MLB Hall of Fame.
No, I'm faulting the Baseball Hall of Fame because they're not on TV and I couldn't watch them. But since the NFL is, I'm boycotting the NFL because they are on the Hall of Fame, and I would rather watch the Baseball Hall of Fame than the NFL Hall of Fame.
Inky says, Jeff, all you needed for the MLB Hall of Fame was the at-bat application.
No, Val, shut up.
Now, going back to what we were kind of talking about here at 5 minutes after the hour, we talked about this too. The NBA, of course, with the 34. Frank, you had an interesting point. If you were general manager of a team, right?
Sean, all right, if I'm a general manager, head coach, owner, okay, how about if I'm a teammate? If I'm a teammate of a superstar that is good enough to play on these Olympic teams, these world teams, God knows what, I don't want this investment to play. Okay, I want to say something. You guys were talking about professional and amateur sports, right? Professional and amateur basketball.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, the Olympics is amateur basketball. Why are you having professionals play in amateur competition? They are professionals. They get paid. Have amateurs play amateur sports.
I agree, Frank. It should go back to the amateurs. But you know what Josh said? Like Josh said during the break, it's not going to happen.
You want to know why? Because, okay, you got to admit, Jeff, before 1992, before the Barcelona 1992 Olympic Games, nobody really cared about USA basketball.
I did.
Maybe you, okay, but you were in a minority.
Well, Frank, you were 11 years old. I'm sure did you remember that one from Barcelona?
Do I remember?
Did you care back then?
You want to talk television? All right, maybe you guys, all right, Sean, you were little. Josh, you were
five.
still yet
Josh
to
wasn't
be.
even born.
Josh was still yet. Maybe Jeff would. Jeff, I don't know if you remember the 1992 Olympics. NBC had it. That was their first Olympics, I believe. And they had something called the triple cast. Do you remember that?
Yes, but I'm telling you something. Since they started using professionals in the Olympics, it sucked.
I apologize, Frank. I'm a millennial, so I wouldn't know any better.
Since they started
I don't know any better. What's a millennial?
Since they started using professionals in the Olympics, it stinks. Go back to the old way and let the amateurs play.
Take a look at the 1992 Barcelona games. those games were rather boring because, granted, you had the greatest NBA generation playing at that time. But
That
they
is
used
true.
to-
I did read about that.
Okay, but what was the scores? Like 160 to 80, something like that?
With the way the USA men's basketball team was, I read about that. I read a book called A Courtship of Rivals, which is like talking about Bird and Magic, and they talked about how fun it was when they teamed up, and it was the end of their careers, and then they won the USA men's basketball. They were the real deal. They had a bunch of veteran players that were already getting into the league.
The last time amateurs won anything at the Olympics was 1980.
I just don't.
The hockey team.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Josh. Yeah, go ahead.
I just don't think there's a need for debate over this because all of this is going to be all the lower tier stars on the All-Star games that are going to play for USA. The only college team that could give an NBA team a run for their money is the only team in the NBA that would lose to a college team would be the 76ers. But that's it. But it's a pointless argument. Nothing's changing. We could talk about how we could change the NFL.
He's right there. I will say this.
We could
it's
talk
not
about.
Going to happen.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen.
All
Frank,
right.
and the first ever Olympics. Okay, was the '96 Olympics. And do you remember that one, Frank, from Atlanta, and how great the USA men's basketball was in '96?
Well, I remember more than just the basketball, Sean. I mean, come on. This was Atlanta, Georgia, a place that you never could have imagined an Olympic being held, and certainly, unfortunately, I remember the tragic incident that took place.
Oh, the bombing
alongside.
that happened. Yeah, it was a bombing.
I remember. That's what I certainly remember. But I remember more than just the basketball, Sean. I remember more than it. I remember, of course, hard to believe, the Braves are playing at Turner Field, which opened in 1997 after the Olympics. Remember, Turner Field used to be the Olympic Stadium, and it was transformed into a baseball facility. Yeah, and now the Braves are moving into a new ballpark in 2 years.
Correction. Before it was Turner Field, it was actually called Fulton County Stadium. That's
No,
where they played
that
in
was the
96.
old facility. That was the old facility.
96 they played in Fulton County Stadium.
No,
Then in
I
97,
said the next year. Next year. I said the next year after.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. I remember watching the first game from Turner Field in '97. Do you know what came against the Cubs?
Against the Chicago Cubs. Yeah.
Yeah, I just said the year after the Olympics.
But Atlanta. But it was great for Atlanta to have that, for me to finally get a chance to understand what the Olympics was like. But like Josh said, there's no point to debate about this. It's not going to change, and so we'll see what they decide at minicamp for 34 NBA players. And if you don't make it, if I was an NBA player and I was going to Las Vegas and I didn't make the team, I'd say heck with it. I got an NBA career to go focus on. I got to get ready for the season. Don't make a big deal about it if you don't get on the team.
Let me ask you this question. Should LeBron James be thinking about that? Because there's a lot of pressure for the Cavaliers.
I hope LeBron James plays.
What do you think, Josh? Do you think LeBron will play?
I don't get too big news. If he played, he's actually going to have some real defense played upon him.
Well, no, I want
time of the year.
Well, no, I want him to play so he gets tired during the regular NBA season.
I just don't care about basketball.
There you go.
I want him to play in the summer, so by the time the finals comes, he's exhausted again and they lose.
It's the same old song and dance every year. I just don't care.
That's how I'm thinking, Josh.
As long as LeBron's not in another NBA Finals, otherwise this is getting to be pointless.
That's how I'm thinking about it. I want him to play so he can freaking lose in the NBA Finals again.
Come on, Jeff. We need the Cavaliers in the finals.
Well, no, we don't, Josh.
Well, the way I look at it, though, is that yes, the top players, Frank, will be in the NBA. Will be in the USA men's basketball team.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
That may be good. Well, here's the thing. That may be good for the general public, but you understand. So they're going to play Lithuania, and this USA men's basketball team is going to down Lithuania by 80 points.
Next.
Exactly.
I think before we get to Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, I got to make a point, though. I think it's really, really cool that it's that Coach Mike Krzyzewski, who knows that he's only got a couple years left, is coaching again for the USA men's. I think that's pretty cool because he's an outstanding college coach. Think about the accomplishments he had this year. He won the national title with Duke, and then he broke a record this year for most consecutive wins.
How about the top of the ninth? Cubbies winning 7-3.
I'm watching it, dude. You know what I have? I have atdhe.so. I'm keeping tabs
I'm
on
telling you, Wes, if you're listening, you better hope and pray
It's on WGN. Why would you need to watch a live stream? Oh,
Because
that's
I don't
right.
have a TV. Dude, I don't have a TV
You're in
in
Bubble
here.
Hell, Indiana.
He's
I
in
don't have a TV in here.
He's in
Bubble
Indiana.
Hell, Indiana.
He's in Indiana. He don't get Chicago games, for Christ's sake.
Yes, I do. I get all the Chicago stations in Northwest.
13 minutes after the hour, I suppose it's time.
No,
for
not
that.
yet. We'll do it after the break.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in Indiana for Jiminy Cricket's sakes. Why would he get Chicago games?
Jiminy Cricket?
Yeah, Jiminy Cricket. That's what I said.
Pirates, you better hope and pray you even beat the Dodgers.
Pirates are getting swept. Pirates are going to get swept, okay? Chicago's going to sweep the Giants, and all of a sudden, freaking, it's going to be between Pittsburgh and Chicago, and I'm going to be loving it, and I'm going to laugh at Wes. Ha!
Hey, I'm gonna laugh at Sean for not liking that one game play.
That one game playoff.
The Cubs. It gives the Cubs an opportunity potentially.
That one game playoff is stupid.
It's a home run.
Stupid.
It's right for baseball. It's more right than interleague play. You'll
Frank,
admit
we're
that.
talking. All right, Frank, come talk to me in November what you think of the World Series. That's how long this thing is going to go till this year.
This is
I'll
great.
invite you for Thanksgiving dinner if you want. Want to come
This
over
is
for
great.
Thanksgiving dinner and argue it?
What, Josh?
This is great. I now have something for Sean to complain about instead of losing the bet to me.
Yeah, no,
So,
speaking... Okay.
46 minutes, Josh.
Okay,
46 minutes.
speaking of that, how in the wild world of sports does he get to take his crap down after a radio show?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
It's been the rule for the show since I've been on.
How does
I don't know what's so hard to understand about that.
How are you ending a bet after a radio show? Usually a bet ends
because it's a show bet.
Usually a bet ends after midnight.
Yeah, usually it does. Thanks, Jeff,
That's
for
an Eric
standing up for me.
Clapton
I'm doing them a favor getting it out earlier.
I
So
know.
I'm gonna wait till tomorrow
I know. Why are you cutting him a break?
because I didn't want to complain about it.
That's why
Thanks, Jeff, for standing up for me
Oh,
a
you-
little bit. I know. I thought it was
He wasn't
pointless,
standing
man.
up for you. He wanted you to have it on.
Oh, you welcome, pal. You welcome,
Quarter
pal.
after the hour.
You welcome, pal. Anything for you, buddy. I'll stand up
All
for
right.
you all. Why are you making him? Why are you letting him getting them off easy? That's not right, man. He should makes a bet. He should have it on until
You know
midnight.
It should be off right now. It should have been off this morning, but
That's
no,
so
I
funny.
got to spend.
Yeah, yeah.
White Sox, we're gonna win today. Lovely.
I like to hear that again. Okay, we're gonna run to our quarter of the hour break. You're listening to Jeff Escott Show, man. Josh Lopez and Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
Storms move fast, so we use the best technology. That includes Bosch Icon wiper blades.
They're beam blades with memory tension springs and an aerodynamic design.
Which means they fit the curve of the windshield. Bosch Icon wiper blades wiped our windshield clean and outlasted any other blade we've used. In my opinion, the Bosch Icon wiper blades are the best blades out there. Bosch Icon wiper blades, how storm chasers clear the way.
Did you know that just 30 minutes a day of physical activity can improve your health and decrease your risk of heart disease? For every hour of regular, vigorous exercise, you gain 2 hours of life expectancy. So start walking for yourself and for your heart. Start walking with your family. You'll feel better. Start walking in your community. You'll lead happier and healthier lives. Start walking. Start something. Join the movement today. For more information on the American Heart Association's START program, visit startwalkingnow.org and start walking. Start something.
What kind of person gets to work in the sunshine instead of an office? This kind of person. I am the new way to work. I do have an office. I'm just not chained to it. It's a Regis office at one of the nicest addresses in the city. I don't have a lease, so I don't have to budget for stuff like phones, IT guys, and artwork for the lobby. Instead, I pay one low monthly rate that gives me a beautiful lobby that impresses my clients, a friendly receptionist, a fully furnished office, a place to meet, and a place to brainstorm with my fellow new way to workers. We wonder why more people don't realize that the new way to work is the best way to work. I come here because I want to, not because I have to. I am the new way to work, and I'd like you to join me.
Start now and get 1 month free. Call 1-800-OFFICES or visit regis.com/TV.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Eskow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. All right, guys, do it, Sean.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Alrighty.
The shocks are ready, and here we go.
Shocks are ready. Well, let's get it started, ladies and gentlemen. Skippy Bayless said that
Oh, the torture begins.
Skippy Bayless said that he had a great time at the New England Patriots training camp today.
I'm sure he did.
Well, that was good.
So they had a better time than at the Dallas Cowboys training camp?
I'm sure he did.
I'm sure he's going to get ready for Big D here eventually, Frank. Or maybe he'll come to Chicago and cover Bears training camp.
I wonder if he talked to Tom Brady and asked him. I wonder if he talked to Tom Brady and asked him about his balls.
Dude.
No.
Did Tom Brady ever have any?
Get to the next Skippy quote.
Or hold on a second. Or let me rephrase that. Asked him about his deflated balls.
Okay.
It's almost
way to
like
rephrase
a
it.
joke now with Tom Brady.
Thanks a lot, gentlemen.
Oh,
Thanks
you're welcome.
A lot.
You're welcome. You're welcome, you Pats fan, you.
Thank you very much. All right, next.
Yeah, shrinkage and no air. All right.
Remember, I'm counting the minutes so I can pay up this bet.
All right, Skippy Bayless said that my Chicago Cubs are on the roll.
Thank you for telling me something I already know. What, you were jumping on the bandwagon?
Last week you were having them out of the playoffs. This week, all of a sudden, they're your Chicago Cubs and they're on the roll?
Yep.
Freaking hump.
Maybe, yeah, they're mine. Hold on. What is it? Wait, so no Yankees or Mets or... Wait, so if everybody's on a roll, you're going to consider them mine?
Yeah, of course.
That's how I roll.
That's how he rolls. That's how he rolls.
If he tries to get on the bandwagon, I am going to throw his butt so hard to the pavement, it will hurt.
Come on, Frank. You got to know very well that Skippy goes with the winners.
There it is, the first one. Oh, come on, Frank.
Jeff. That was a jest toward Frank.
There's number one. Let's see. Let's count them up. That's number one. Oh, come on, Frank.
Come on, Jeff.
Move to the next.
I love that.
God.
I love that.
40 minutes left.
Skippy Bayless said that Randy Orton can't do an RKO to him.
Yeah, bull crap.
You know, I'm not a big Randy Orton fan, but I wouldn't mind seeing him RKO Skip Bayless.
What do you say about that, Josh?
He can. He will. You show your.
Shaking his head.
Skippy could RKO Skip Bayless any time of the week, and Randy should give Frank an RKO for that comment as well.
Wait, what? Randy should give me an RKO for what comment? I make a lot of comments.
You're a rat
what
bastard.
you talking about, dude? What comment?
You're a rat bastard.
Put him on the list.
Dude, why don't you nominate me for rat bastard?
Okay, you got it.
You're on. All right, Frank. You're on the list. I got you there. Hey, I was
dude, I
nominated
just
last
nominated myself.
Yep.
Dude, I feel
Congratulations. Skippy Bayless said that he could have done a better job with the Daily Show than Jon Stewart did.
Get the hell out of here! You can't even do your show.
The Daily Show with Jon Stewart is funny. You don't even know anything about comedy, idiot.
I don't watch
Thank
it.
you, Jon Stewart.
I don't watch it. But I know that Jon Stewart's better than Skip Bayless.
Yeah, Comedy Central. That's where it is. Frank, what do you think of the Daily Show? Do you think Skippy could do a good job there?
I never watched it.
You never watched it?
Well, I saw bits and pieces, dude. I have a better thing to do. Like, I have respect for Jon Stewart. But...
Hey, guys. This just came across my freaking computer.
Oh, no.
Virus?
Frank, you're going to love this. This was just reported 35 minutes ago by Mike Oz of Big League Stew. Report. Pete Rose takes lie detector test to help reinstatement case.
Yeah?
How about that?
All right. Yes, there is progress.
What do you think of that,
get your
Josh?
hopes up.
Yeah. Oh,
Don't
Josh,
get your hopes up.
Don't get your hopes up.
Don't get your hopes up.
Look at Josh. Don't get your hopes up.
Well, come on, Josh. Anything's possible.
Number 2. All right, we're up to 2 now, Jeff.
Right here.
Yeah, just like Pavel Sandoval got his number 2 on Instagram.
Josh,
all right.
Josh, 38 minutes. Go ahead.
I don't care. Skippy Bayless said that he should perform at this year's Video Music Awards.
First he should take over for Jon Stewart. Now he should.
I want to know instrument Skippy plays. I'm sure he has a trombone shoving up his ass.
Jeff, what do you say to that?
Screw him.
Congrats to the Cubs who beat the Giants 7-3.
Yeah,
I just saw it. So a game and a half up.
Good.
John Lester is finally performing,
which I love.
Good.
Pirates are beating Dodgers 1-0. Wes is happy.
Okay.
I'm happy the Cubs won.
I'm happy the Cubs won too. Now the Pirates got to lose, Wes.
Skippy Bayless said that the Pittsburgh Steelers will beat the Minnesota Vikings in this Sunday's NFL Hall of Fame game. Are you guys watching?
Hey, Skip.
Does it really matter who wins or loses?
Hey, Skip. Who cares?
Well, come on, Jeff. It's a Hall of Fame game.
Who
with the come on.
cares? You want to? Okay.
You know what's strange? I forgot who played in last year's Hall of Fame game. Do you know who played in last year's Hall of Fame game?
I don't care because I don't even watch the stinking preseason. I don't even watch the Hall of Fame.
I got a bone to pick with the NFL.
Okay.
Go ahead.
What's the bone?
What's the bone? Here's the bone. Yesterday, you guys, and Josh knows this, Sean knows this, Frank knows this, I'm a huge Big Brother fan, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so yesterday I'm watching Big Brother, and what comes across my TV screen? It says that Big Brother will be not played next Thursday at this time until it won't be played until 11:30 at night until after the San Diego Chargers Dallas Cowboys game. You know something?
Wow.
I hate this time of the year. Because every year this.
Hold on, is it reruns or is it new episodes?
No, brand spanking new episodes. It's a live show.
No.
Okay, so every year this time the freaking Chargers preempt the freaking Big Brother, and Big Brother, I don't get to see Big Brother until 11:30 at night. That's freaking ridiculous. But you want to know something? I outsmart the NFL because there's something called the Internet, and I don't wait to watch Big Brother until 9 o'clock at night my time. I go watch it at 6 o'clock my time on the Internet live. I stream it through another channel, so I watch it live. So screw you, NFL. I found a back door. Scratch my ass.
Could you imagine our lives without the Internet?
No, I'd have to wait till 11:30 to see that crap. That's bull. It's a preseason game. It's the first one. It doesn't freaking matter.
Yeah, wait, hold on. It's the NFL, though.
I don't care. The only thing about that is it's the Chargers and the Cowboys.
We got
so you will be rooting for the Chargers in that game.
Oh,
we got a baseball alert here.
What's up?
It was announced that the Texas Rangers have acquired Mike Napoli from the Boston Red Sox.
Oh, Mike Napoli's back with the Rangers.
Why?
Crap.
Why? What are the Rangers doing?
They're trying to make a quick playoff run for the wild card.
Well, they're 2.5 out on the wild card. So, okay.
They're in contention, so Napoli's back with Texas.
Napoli wasn't having a good year anyway. Move to the next skip.
You know who's going next is their manager.
Yep.
Who?
Yeah, Pablo. Hey, how about the Panda? He's not having a good year.
He's got a contract extension.
He's got an extension for crying out loud.
That extension is not worth the paper it's written on, you rat bastard.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with being fired. You know why? They still got to pay you.
Hold on,
How would you like being fired and doing nothing for like 3 years?
I'm okay with that. And
feel being 107 years without a Cubs World Series.
Hey, you know something? If I'm John Farrell, I'd let them fire me. Who cares? They're still going to pay me anyway.
Man, we got a lot of breaking news breaking out right now. The New Orleans Pelicans made a 3-year offer to Jason Terry.
Really?
There
Jason
you go,
Terry.
Shaba. Another old fart on your team.
Really?
Whoa, dude.
Another old fart on the team. All right, let's get to another quote.
Let's get to the next quote. Without any interruptions,
Go ahead.
let me finish out the quote design. Skippy Bayless said that he said that my New England Patriots will spank my Pittsburgh Steelers on opening day.
Well, you know what? I happen to agree with Skippy on that.
Of
Home
course you
opener.
do.
Be fired up. I got my Patriots gear ready for that September 10th, ready to rock that night away after the show gets over. Heck yeah. Oh, yeah, I got your...
Anybody else?
Right there.
No comments?
Got quiet all of a sudden.
Hey, that can't
Yeah,
wait.
I
I
know
thought
what
I
happened.
lost connection. I thought
Yeah,
I
what
lost
Hey,
connection.
Shaba, next year when I'm on Big Brother, you'll be watching it because you'll see me ripping everybody on that show. I'll be causing all sorts of chaos in that house, man.
Yeah, that'll be best for business.
Hey, let me ask you, are weapons perfectly legal?
Those what?
Are weapons legal?
No weapons allowed. I'll just verbally abuse them all the time. Don't worry about it, man.
Oh, okay. So this is not hardcore.
No, I will verbally abuse him, especially if there's another sports guy in the house. I find out he's a Johnny Manziel fan. I'm going to rip him every single day, 24 hours a day.
You guys are going to love this quote. Skippy Bayless said that Ray Rice should play for my
Dallas Cowboys.
Cleveland Browns.
Dude, why? So there could be more drama in Cleveland? You factor in Manziel, now there's even more drama.
Jeff, how would you feel about that? Ray Rice on the Cleveland Browns.
I think Ray Rice is going to end up on the Dallas Cowboys.
Wherever Ray Rice grows, it's going to be highly publicized.
He can play with Johnny Manziel.
I think
Ray Rice.
Personally, I think the only owner in the NFL that can handle that is Jerry Jones. And you know how much I don't like Jerry Jones. But I think he's the only owner in the NFL that can handle all the criticism that would come at him for bringing Ray Rice on the team.
Ray Rice is not going to play well because of the controversy surrounding him. He's off a season. I don't think it's going to work well anywhere.
Next quote, Josh.
Skippy Bayless said that my San Diego Chargers will be 7-9 and miss the playoffs.
Well, okay, hold on a second. If you're going to put the word "my" in front of the San Diego Chargers, don't turn around and rip them after that.
All right.
All right, you douche canoe? And I'm going at you, Skippy. My San Diego Chargers are going to be 7-9. If they're your San Diego Chargers, you would say they would be 9-7, or you would say they make the playoffs. A fan of a team doesn't say that their team is going to do bad, you jackass.
Well, you got to be stern. You got to be unbiased. You got to be objective. You have to be a douchebag to be a media member.
What do you think of that, Frank? Phillip Rivers and the Chargers.
Unbelievable.
Phillip Rivers and the Chargers.
Okay.
You got to be an a-hole to be in media.
Yeah.
Scratch my ass.
That's right. And you know what? On that note, we're going to run to our final update of the day. This update is brought to you by The Flipper. Head on over to flipperflipper.com and never, ever touch your toilet seat ever again. It's called The Flipper, and it's at flipperflipper.com. Take it away, Josh Lopez, with the final update of the day.
Thank you, Jeff, Sean, and Frank. Welcome, everybody. Final Sports World Radio update of the week. Right now, we got final score. The Cubs beat the San Francisco Giants 7-3. John Lester had a really good outing, and it's about damn time since he joined the Chicago Cubs. Let's take a look at the other scores. Pirates up 1-0 against the Dodgers. Nationals up 1-0 against the Rockies. Blue Jays 1-0 over the Yankees. Red Sox up 2-0 against the Tigers. 0-0 tie in Cleveland as the Twins take on the Indians. Another crappy interleague game. We got the New York Mets at the Tampa Bay Rays. Other games tonight, we got Marlins at Braves, Cardinals at Brewers, White Sox, Royals, Reds, Diamondbacks, Astros, Athletics, Orioles, Angels, Phillies, Padres, and then finally, the late night game, Texas Rangers at the Seattle Mariners. It was announced today that the San Francisco 49ers finally released linebacker Aldon Smith. After a couple of great years of success with San Francisco, and Aldon Smith has dealt with injuries and drug issues and running with the police. This update has been brought to you by The Flipper. Go to flipperflipper.com. We'll be back with more Skippy Bayless Bash Hour. Don't forget, we got the Rat Bass of the Week and the Skippy Bayless Douche Canoe Award to give out. We'll be back with more Sports Radio after this.
Welcome to the Man Manual. Man comes with a multifunctional casing known as skin. It is remarkable. Warning, standard body wash can cause damage to man's skin. Maintain it properly with Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. It cleans man and protects skin from dryness. This will keep man's skin remarkable, even under extreme testing. Dove Men Plus Care Body Wash. Skin care built in. Also, freshen man's exterior with new Aqua Impact Body Wash.
Why does consultant Jerry Howell stay at La Quinta?
Can you come back tomorrow?
Because only with La Quinta can Jerry instant hold the room tonight using just his phone number. And then power down for tomorrow on his pillow top bed. And when Jerry's refreshed, you know what he does?
We need ideas, people. Think. Synergistic integration. Genius.
He thinks outside the box.
I'm going for it. No.
La Quinta Inns and Suites take care of you so you can take care of business. Instant hold your next stay on your smartphone at LQ.com.
La Quinta.
Hi, I'm Montel Williams. Most of you know me as a talk show host, but I'm also an author, actor, single father of 4, a fitness writer, avid snowboarder, and I'm also a medical marijuana patient. Like many of the million people who are living with multiple sclerosis, I'm in pain every single day. And sometimes my nerves are so raw that if you brushed up against me in an elevator, I'd scream. I can't sleep at night from the pain, and sometimes the spasms in my legs are so intense they will wake me up throughout the night. I've tried the strongest prescription medications available, and I'm going to tell you, they do not work. In fact, they leave me in a stupor, and most of the time, it's impossible to even live your life. Now, I've tried medical marijuana, and I'm going to tell you something, it works. If you'd like more information about medical marijuana, you can contact the Marijuana Policy Project at mpp.org or call 1-877-JOIN-MPP.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Jeff Escow, Sean Mann, bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Really quick, before we get back to the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour, if you guys haven't signed up for our sports shorts yet, where you get to listen to all the conversations that we have during the commercial breaks, with the three of us on the line right now, it's freaking awesome. The talk is freaking great. Head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com/SWR shorts and sign up today and be able to hear all the conversations that we have during the commercial breaks. It's a lot of fun, and you guys are missing out. All right, let's get back to
it. 34 minutes after the hour, back to the Skippy quotes.
Skippy Bayless said that Jeff Jarrett should own TNA. He should.
I think he's right about that. I think Jeff Jarrett should own TNA.
Maybe they won't charge money there.
No, Skippy Bayless said that Jeff Jarrett shouldn't own TNA. Skip Bayless should own TNA. That's what he said.
Jeff Jarrett doesn't own TNA, does he?
Well, he's about to, because they're doing
TNA.
this stupid invasion storyline with Global Force Wrestling.
Frank,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Frank, you own TNA. You get rid of that charging of money for people who want to interview. Yeah, Josh gets hit with 50
I would.
yeah.
I would.
Oh, gosh.
What a freaking hump.
What a freaking hump.
Josh was so fed up with that. I don't blame you, Josh.
Skippy Bayless said that Chevy Chase is an overrated actor. And he didn't like any of the vacation movies.
Oh, they were awesome. Are you kidding me, dude?
I loved the vacation movies, Skippy. Zip your lips.
Frank, any comments?
Yeah, I thought the movies, those were pretty cool. I'm not a big Chevy Chase fan, but...
He was in Caddyshack. How can you
let
say
me ask
that
you this,
about
the
him?
Skip Bayless, listen, does Skip Bayless honestly think... Does this guy think he can do everything?
He thinks he could...
Yes,
he says he should host what? The music award? Some music award that I probably...
He said he should host the Oscars.
What's next? What's next? Is he going to say I should host the Golden Globe Awards in January?
Yes.
You know, bringing it back to that Caddyshack reference, I don't care about movies about gophers. I'm sorry, buddy.
It's a funny movie. Gosh.
Skippy Bayless says that Hakeem Olajuwon is the most overrated center ever.
Jeff, what do you say about that?
I disagree with them. Is Hakeem Olajuwon in the top 50?
Yep, and he just played in an NBA game in Africa.
Really?
And he's won 2 NBA championships.
Wow.
And he did pretty good, actually.
Yeah, see, Skip's jealous of all these guys that have NBA championships, and he doesn't.
Yeah.
I think that's what it is. He's jealous, man.
At least he's not a coach for your favorite NBA team.
You know what? He's a jealous broadcaster. That's what he is, man.
Skippy, you guys are going to love this next quote. Skippy Bayless said that he wants the opportunity to become the next San Antonio Spurs coach.
Oh my goodness, dude! That has got to be the most delusional comment I've heard today.
So he must have heard me when he said about being an NBA coach
Okay.
for your favorite NBA team.
You want to be you want to be an NBA coach? Write do a play. Here's the board. Give me a play.
At least he wouldn't be coach of the Chicago Bulls. How about Skippy being Bulls head coach?
Here's the board. Give us a play to run.
Josh and Frank would shake their heads. How can you have Skippy as coach of the Bulls?
You know what Skippy's going to do? He's going to be Exactly.
Dude, they'll probably say, well, I'm good in the video game and all of that.
Well, that don't mean crap. Write out a play on the board and we'll run it.
Listen, listen, can I tell you guys to see? Listen, let me ask you a question. I know, Jeff, you're not into video games. I am. But you know what? 1 year I had an undefeated season with the Bears in one of the Madden games. I think this was like 5-6 years ago. Does that qualify me to be an NFL head coach?
No.
No.
You know what it qualifies you to be? A freaking nerd.
I am a nerd.
Exactly.
I'm not a nerd, dude. I'm handsome.
Exactly. You're a freaking video nerd.
Dude, I still play video. I'm 34 and I still play video games.
Unbelievable. What does that say for you? Go out there and meet a woman. Don't play video games.
Dude, what? Listen. Here's the thing. Listen, okay, I've got to tell you, I have been compared to Leonardo DiCaprio in terms of looks.
Oh my God. Oh, let's move. Let's get to the next quote.
Get to the next Skippy quote. Jeez.
Well, that's Frank always trying to go with 3-minute soliloquies. Just get to your point, you freaking hump.
Thank you.
Skippy Bayless said that
What the hell was
my
that?
St. Louis Cardinals better win the World Series this year.
Oh, so they're now all of a sudden your St. Louis Cardinals. Why? Oh, they've got the best record in Major League Baseball.
Uh-huh. That's why it's easy to pick a winning team.
Josh, I know how you feel about that. Cardinals might be in the Fall Classic. You're not watching.
Yeah. Scratch my ass with that World Series. Skippy Bayless said that he thinks 80s music suck.
80s music rules, dude. Music today sucks.
I listen to the 80s music, you idiot.
Dude, okay, let me ask you. Does Def Leppard suck?
No.
Okay, exactly.
With it good.
I think 70s is better than 80s, but
let
that's
me ask you. Does Twisted Sister suck?
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yeah,
No.
2 out of 1. Sean?
I seen them live in concert. No.
No.
By the way, if I were
What's the
going
next
to-
band? Let's do this next.
What's the next band, Frank?
Go ahead. Oh, no, wait, hold on. I'm just saying. I can tell you my campaign song if I ever run for political office. It's going to be Twisted Sisters. We're not going to take it.
Or Freaky Frankie Friday, Twisted Sisters. There you go. Next Skippy quote.
Skippy Bayless said that Johnny Manziel and Josh Gordon are going to be the next Brady and Moss.
How is that going to happen with Johnny Manziel holding a goddamn clipping board?
He's going to be on
Brady
the
and Moss. Do you think Moss did a lot? Listen, Moss had a pretty good stint in New England, but it wasn't like Montana to Rice.
Gentlemen, I have an announcement. Like I said, hey, Johnny Manziel had a great practice today. He went 2 for 3 in his snaps.
I don't give a flying fig Newton. I don't care if he gave birth on the goddamn field.
Mute yourself, buddy. Oh, God.
Hey, 2 for 3, threw for 12 yards, and he had a great practice today. Yeah, making progress there, Johnny Football.
Yeah, once he gets hit by the safety, he's going to be out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, but we're talking about practice, not the game. We're talking about practice.
Okay, Alan Iverson.
Yeah, that's right, Alan.
Yeah.
Shut up.
Yeah, little AI.
Skippy, the final Skippy quote of the week. Skippy Bayless said that my Dallas Cowboys better have Tony Romo in a match at WrestleMania next year.
Oh,
Tony
God.
Romo in a match at WrestleMania? Would that make no sense?
Yeah, against Brock Lesnar.
Just remember, Josh, you're going to Jerry World next year. You'll maybe see him at Jerry World.
Hey, Jeff, I just realized something. If he were to go against Brock Lesnar, couldn't that potentially end his NFL career?
Yes.
Or his
Why
life.
Or that's why I want him to do it.
No, if it's against the Big Show, his life will be over.
Hey, look at Shaba. Oh, come on, Jeff. They're going to feel the team in drug rehab.
I know. I was just laughing at that.
Yeah, I only said it twice.
I was just laughing at that. Oh, come on, Jeff.
Got all your come-ons right here. Yeah. Josh, just get ready next year for Jerry World when you go meet Tony Romo, maybe in Jerry World.
Yeah.
Great.
Great.
Can I take his wife first before I meet him?
Hey, you know what? I will say this about Tony Romo. He does have probably the hottest wife in the NFL.
You better do.
All right, that's a wrap for the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
You better do the smell
on Monday.
test. Safe. You better do the smell test.
Smell test.
The smell test.
Should I get to the Rat Best of the week?
No, let's run to our final commercial break, and then we'll come back and we'll do the Rat Bastard and the Douche Canoe of the week. You're listening to Jeff Escow, Sean Man, Josh Lopez, Frank Sprankle on
Sports World Radio.
I had PTSD. Once I was back from Iraq, I was distant from everybody in my family.
We had a reunion of our unit, and you'd hear these spouses say, is your husband doing that? My husband's doing that too. I thought it was just us. And really understanding that, hey, this is a common experience.
I learned more to listen to what he was saying, and that made it easier for me to understand where his pain was coming from.
Warriors should know that resources are available. Learn more at realwarriors.net.
Every parent wants the safest and healthiest products for their family. That's why I created The Honest Company. I was just a concerned mom with a crazy dream. A wish that there was a company that I could rely on that did all of the hard work for me. I'm Jessica Alba, and The Honest Company was my dream.
LegalZoom has helped 1 million businesses successfully get started, including Jessica's. Launch your dream at LegalZoom today. Call us. We're here to help.
Confusion ever someone or have sudden you trouble had speaking, understanding?
Understanding trouble? Have you sudden have or speaking someone ever confusion? Have you ever had sudden confusion, trouble speaking, or understanding someone? It could be one of the 5 signs of stroke.
Sudden weakness or numbness of the face, arm, or leg.
Sudden trouble with vision in one or both eyes.
Suddenly having trouble walking or difficulty with balance.
Or a sudden intense headache that comes out of nowhere.
If you or someone you know has any of these symptoms, don't wait. Call 911 immediately. You could make a difference in someone's life, someone you love, maybe even your own.
It's late until, wait, don't too. Don't wait until it's too late.
Time lost is brain lost.
Find out more at powertoendstroke.org. Brought to you by the American Heart Association, American Stroke Association, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Sky, and when I want to know what's going on in the wide world of sports, I tune to Sports World Radio.
Welcome back to Sports World Radio. Pascal Sean Man bringing you the fastest 2 hours of sports talk each and every Monday through Friday right here on SportsWorldRadio.com. Hey, if you haven't signed up for our sports shorts, please head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com/SWR shorts, and you can find out what we were talking about during the commercial break. I'll give you just a tiny little hint. Frank was talking about Josh's body.
Wow.
That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. So head on over to SportsWorldRadio.com/SWR shorts. Sign up today, and you can find out what Frank was talking about Josh's body.
Is this trending all of a sudden?
Yeah.
Dude, because I was saying he should have, if he has a gym, I don't know, maybe he's training wrestlers.
40.
Huh? Well, you know what? Let's make it trend. Hashtag Josh's body.
46 minutes. 46 minutes after the hour. If we're ready, can we get this Rat Bastard of the Week ready to go here?
We got the Rat Bastard of the Week and the Douche Canoe Award of the Week. Let's go, Mr. Douche Canoe Rat Bastard of the Week, man.
I just got nominated last week. I'm off the hook. Okay, August 7th. Let's see. I got the candidates. How about this? USA Today Sports for saying that the Chicago Bears are going to have arguably the worst record in the NFL, go to 3-13, and the Giants 6-10.
Next.
I disagree.
Next.
Alden Smith.
Next.
Kevin for being a Skippy Bayless fan.
Next.
Next.
Antonio Cromartie.
Next.
Rex Ryan.
Next.
Kobe Bryant.
Next.
Toronto Raptors enjoying their new black uniforms.
Next.
Norwood Twig or something? Teague of
Teague, yeah.
Teague.
Tell Jeff why that.
Because, what was it? I remember, we forgot to mention that, about some issue.
Well, the athletic director, Jeff, from Minnesota University, resigned today because he was sending inappropriate drunk texts to students at the university.
Really?
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. That's impressive.
Wow.
That's impressive right there.
Donald Sterling, and I think you know why Donald Sterling is on the list.
Okay.
Dude, Donald Sterling may be the Rat Bastard of all time.
Okay, I'm
How
waiting.
about this one for you Chicago Bear fans? Brandon Marshall for criticizing the Bears and saying Jay Cutler was not accountable for what happened last season.
Next.
Dan Levitard and Stu Gotts.
That's my pick. That's my pick right there.
Oh, wait, and Frank Sprankle is on the list.
Wait, there's got to be reason behind me being on the list.
You nominated yourself.
That's right. The reason you're on the list is because you wanted to be. Okay?
Wait. I should feel hump because I turned 34 yesterday. Is that why?
I'm taking Dan Le Batard and Stu Gotts.
Josh, who you going with?
I'm going to go with USA Today.
I'm going with Feldman Smith.
I'll go with USA Today Sports.
Oh, I guess I'm outvoted. It's USA Today Sports.
USA Today Sports.
Skippy Dushkini Award.
Okay, 48 minutes after the hour. Here's our list again. We'll read them off. The list goes like this. Okay, USA Today. Alvin Smith of the 49ers. Kevin for being a Skippy Bayless fan. That's crazy.
Okay.
Antonio. Yeah, Aroyd. Antonio Cromartie for not focusing on the Jets, but focusing more on the Deflategate debacle. Rex Ryan for thinking about Michael Vick instead of focusing on Buffalo Bills training camp. Kobe Bryant for thinking the LA Lakers, Frank, have it all to be a playoff contender.
Next.
How about this one, Josh and Jeff? I forgot to add this. Toronto Raptors and the Milwaukee Bucks and their new uniforms that were posted on NBA.com.
Next.
That was a great rant yesterday.
Dude, there's so many. I don't know who to pick.
Norwood Teague of Minnesota.
There's more.
Come on, get to the one I want. Keep going.
Norwood Teague. And then Donald Sterling for filing for divorce with a strange wife after 60 years marriage.
Next.
Hulk Hogan when he's 80 years old. Next.
Brandon Marshall for criticizing the Bears since he's on the Jets and saying Jay Cutler was not accountable for what happened last season, the disastrous Bears season.
Next.
Dan Le Batard and Stu
There's
Gotts
the
of
ding, 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 ding. There's the winner.
I'm going with Dan Le Batard and Stu Gotts of ESPN.
So am I.
All right.
You know why they deserve the Douche Canoe Award? Because they're in the media, and all media should always get the Douche Canoe Award. Because it's named after Skip Bayless, and he's in the media, so it should be always a media thing.
Yep.
So yeah, media personnel should always get the Skip Bayless Douche Canoe Award.
Should I be on that list?
If you want,
part of the media.
No, you're on you're a part of you're a part of Sports World Radio. You can't be on that list.
You should have been because of the way the whole bet thing went.
Well, Sean was last week.
Well, that's a different.
He should have been because of how this whole bet goes. So I have to wait till after the show.
Yeah, that's different. So Dan Le Batard and Stu Gotts gets the freaking Skippy Douche Canoe Award of the week. They deserve it because that show was just freaking disgustingly terrible.
Yep.
It was really, really hard to watch and listen to. You want to know something? You want to know the best part of that whole show? Is when they had Jimmy Johnson on.
The former Cowboy and Dolphin coach?
Yeah, but that was a really good interview. The rest of that whole show sucked because those guys have no personality, nothing. You fat bastard, Dan Le Batard. How the hell do you get a freaking radio show on ESPN? You're terrible. And Stu Gotts, I gotta go into the bathroom. How does anybody listen to that voice? How does ESPN put somebody on with a voice like that? It's freaking disgusting.
They need to do something.
Terrible. Just freaking.
Sounds like the guy was eating cigars.
Oh my God! It was, and they were talking about who's being induced into the Hall of Fame this week? Haley, right?
Yeah.
They were talking about Haley, and they were talking about a story about Haley. They were doing an interview with Haley at the Hall of Fame on Friday or on yesterday's show, a Wednesday afternoon show, or whatever the hell it was. And they were saying that they were scared. They were so afraid that they were going to come in. They were doing the interview from underneath their desk. Hey, schmuck, he's on the phone. He's not going to come and get you. Bunch of freaking morons.
Oh, my goodness.
Bunch of freaking morons. I'm afraid. I'm afraid.
Writer for ESPN.
I'm underneath the desk. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of him. I'm underneath the desk.
I'm afraid I got some bad news.
I'm scared. I want me Mimi.
It's terrible. It was just, you know what? They should be fired immediately. You know what? It's a good thing I don't own ESPN because you'd be fired immediately.
Frank, that was a nice children imic right there, or an imitation.
Dan,
what are you talking about?
Hey.
Okay, hold on.
Dan and Stu, you're fired.
Oh, my God, should be. Stu Gotts, you got nothing.
53 minutes after the hour, the Denver Nuggets made some news today. They re-signed Jameer Nelson. They brought back the veteran to serve as a mentor for rookie guard Emmanuel Mudley. The Nuggets, of course. Well, the Nuggets are trying to figure out ways to be competitive in the Western Conference.
They can figure out all the ways they want to try and be competitive, but it ain't going to happen in the West.
Were they really competitive when they? Well, let me ask you this:
when George Karl was there, they were.
When they had, who was on the Knicks now?
When George Karl was there, they were competitive.
They were
competitive, and Melo brought the basketball back to Denver. But when he left, they made the playoffs, and they were able to win without Carmelo there, Frank. But now things have just gone back to the same old Denver Nuggets from the parts of the mid or late 90s.
They haven't done really anything since Carmelo left.
They haven't really been, since Carmelo and Anthony left, they haven't really been much.
Yeah, haven't done nothing. So what does that say?
Hey, Jeff, I just realized something. Get back to what we would do if we should have a show. Hopefully it'd be when I'm here on a Tuesday or Thursday. It should be 1 hour dedicated to what we would do if we ran ESPN.
I don't even want to dedicate 10 minutes to that.
No, not even what we would do.
Frank.
No, because that's talking about ESPN, and I'd really hate doing that.
Oh, Frank,
I would rather
an hour.
Yeah, I would rather rip them than tell people what I would do. To tell you the truth, that's just me, though.
Also on ESPN, they're going over Tampa Bay Buccaneers camp as they're talking about Jameis Winston.
Well, I got the baseball game on ESPN. You must have ESPN too.
Yeah,
so they're talking about Jamarcus Russell Jr.
Yes.
Yeah, Lovie Smith and the Buccaneers.
Yeah, Jameis Winston, Jamarcus Russell Jr. or Ryan Leaf Jr. Yeah, and that's what I'm going to start calling Tim Tebow, Ryan Leaf Jr.
Hey, let me ask you: are you guys going to watch the game Sunday night?
Hey, no, probably not. Hey, did you hear about Arian Foster? What he's doing?
Yeah.
You hear what he's doing?
No, I didn't. What?
You know how Tim Tebow is the always when he does his touchdown, he does his God pose, and he's always bringing God.
Tebowing, they call it.
He's always bringing God into everything. Tebow. Well, Arian Foster is going to be anti-God.
Really? How's he going to do that?
Anti-God.
So he's turning heel?
Yeah, pretty much he's turning heel. He doesn't think...
Is he trying to honor Satan?
Well, no, he doesn't think religion should have anything to do with sports, and he doesn't want to bring religion into sport. So, you know how like everybody, when they do an interview, the first thing they say is, I want to thank God, right? You know what he's going to say?
I want to thank Satan?
No, I don't want to thank God.
That's a rap bastard.
How about that? I personally, I think it's fantastic because
maybe it'll teach Tim Tebow a lesson because Tim Tebow always brings religion into the NFL.
and forcing it.
Isn't that freedom? Hold on, isn't that his freedom of speech?
No, because he's forcing his goddamn religion down my throat, and I don't need to see it.
Yeah, but he's just praying. Dude, he's just praying to himself.
You know what? You know what? That's alienating the Jews and the non-Catholics. And that's what he's doing wrong, and that's what he fails to see about it.
Josh, we have to bring religion into football. Listen to Tim Tebow.
Exactly. Tim Tebow is wrong on what he's doing, and I'm behind Arian Foster on this. Go, bro, go.
Good. Make a stand because people are tired of it. When Tebow did that, I was like, I'm turning.
Could you imagine if Arian Foster is a Super Bowl MVP one of these years?
How great is that going to be? I just like the idea that he's doing the anti stuff about what Tim Tebow's doing. I think it's great because Tim Tebow shouldn't be. Nobody should be forcing their religion down anybody's throat. Period. And what Tim Tebow does feels to me that he's forcing his religion down my throat.
I just want to see what Tim Tebow is going to be like in the preseason games. Can he even throw the football?
Who knows?
Jeff adds this. Philosophically, it's a good thing, but Foster's going to make himself look like an idiot in real-world practice.
That's okay. He's allowed to make himself look like an idiot. He's doing it to himself. That's fine. He's going to alienate people, correct. But he's doing what he wants to do, just like Tim Tebow's doing what he wants to do. Correct?
Correct.
Hey, you can do whatever you want.
That's right.
Every bit the goofball Tebow is on the opposite side of the deal, I just want to see football. Exactly. That's all I really care. You know what? I got an idea. You score a touchdown, hand the ball to the referee, and go off to the sideline, and let's continue the game. No jumping. You did your job. Way to go. Now let's get on with the game.
I hate end zone dances.
That's
seriously.
exactly right. You did what you got paid to do. Now let's move on. No need to do a touchdown end zone freaking dance.
Well, come on. Terrell Owens did that. He did.
I hate that. I hate that. Number 3.
Hey,
Thanks, Josh.
There's nothing wrong with that. Terrell Owens did a bunch of touchdown
I
dances.
hate that.
He scored a touchdown.
Hey, who was the guy that got the cell phone out of the goalpost? I forgot. Who was that guy?
I don't know who it was.
I hate that. That's so stupid. You're getting paid to score touchdowns. Hand the ball off to the referee and let's move on.
Players from a generation ago would hate that.
Hey, you know who did it every time he scored a touchdown?
Who?
Walter Payton.
Walter Payton, yeah, you're right. They're talking about handing the ball back to the ref.
He scored a touchdown, gave the ball to the referee, and walked off. Didn't do no dancing or nothing.
Barry Sanders was like that, too.
Exactly. Barry Sanders the same way.
Josh, what do you think of all these touchdown dances?
I give a flying fig.
Because they're stupid. That's why.
And on that note, we're getting the flock out of here. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us all week long. We had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. We'll be back on Monday. I want everybody to have a great, great sports weekend. Enjoy your weekend. Until Monday, my friends, remember, you only have one life to live. Live it long, live it strong, and live it proud. And please don't forget, life may suck, but the alternative is unacceptable.
Amen.
Peace out, everybody. For Sean Mann, Frank Sprankle, Josh Lopez, I'm Jeff Escal. This has been Sports World Radio.
Bye.
Shut up, Skip.
Hey, boys, Stimpy. We sure had fun today, didn't we? So long, kids. Come on, Stimpy, say goodbye.
Where are we going?
The show's over. See you next time.
Next time? When's that?
Pretty soon. Don't worry.
Pretty soon? How long is that?
In a little while, man.
Goodbye, folks. Goodbye, folks.